All right, guys. Guess what? Tim Shieff is no longer vegan. Damn it! No, son of a gun. Seriously though, let's talk about it. All right. Basically, if you don't know who Tim Shieff is, he's a world-renowned parkour runner, world-renowned all-around athlete, pretty much. Okay. He does a lot of parkour. That's mainly what he's known for. First, I found Tim Shieff was, a while back. I think around 2008, 2009. I found him through, I think first I found Damian Walters. If you don't know who Damian Walters is, he's a super dope parkour athlete. Just does a bunch of super dope tight shit, and he's really funny. So I found him first, and then of course Damian Walters is buddies with Tim Shieff. So I found Tim Shieff. And I liked them both. They got some really cool videos. If you guys look up Tim Shieff's show reels from 2009 and 2010, as well as Damian Walters' show reels from 2009, 2010, you will be like, wowzers! Because they're dope as fuck, seriously. Like, Damian Walters especially does a lot of flips where he puts clothes on while he's doing flips and like a bunch of goofy shit like that. Tries to do like James Bond CAA type flips where he flips through fucking holes and ducks through little tunnels and shit. Like, he does a bunch of super cool shit. Same with Tim Shieff. They got a bunch of old, really cool shit. Anyways, I went vegan, roughly around 2011, sometime in there. And then, at some point, a similar time, I think 2012, 2011 could have been the same year, Tim Shieff decides he wants to go vegan. So I remember that being a very special moment for me because I looked up to this guy already and I saw him as an amazing athlete. And then he's like, cool, I'm going vegan. And I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. So I think what's important to analyze is when anybody who's like a very high level athlete goes vegan, it's great for the vegan community and the vegans love it. Of course we love it because it's like adding a superhero to the team of vegans. And non-vegans are always trying to trash veganism and the vegan diet so much, but we literally, they almost force us into having to have these examples of vegan superheroes because they're like, no, you look frail and weak and you're going to die and it's unhealthy to eat a vegan diet. So you have to have all these superheroes that are outstandingly breaking records and killing the game in all these athletic divisions to prove, hey, this person's vegan. And this is why on a vegan diet, you will do the best. So basically, he was a great representation for veganism for a while. I definitely always viewed him as kind of a very radical vegan in the way that he was always willing to do very extreme things like fasting and, urine therapy, other things, incline bed therapy, which is something I use, which I believe in, incline bed therapy, which is great. Connecting with the earth through your bare feet, something I believe in. I'm not saying everything he did was off the wall. I'm saying he's just an extremist when it comes to searching to try and get better health. And if you'll notice on his vegan journey, he says that he was always having issues with his health, which I know nothing about because you can't know anything about someone's real life. You only know what they put online. So what was he going through? I have no idea. All I know is online he showed a little bit of like a fungal infection going on in his feet, and he said that he felt frail and weak and all this stuff. But my thing is he couldn't have felt that bad because he was still athletically performing pretty well. He took first in, I think, multiple Ninja Warrior events while he was on his vegan diet, and he excelled greatly as far as his sports performance goes. Now, I understand he may not have been feeling the best, which is fine. And I think the problem is probably most likely with a certain nutrient, most likely with either vitamin D, B12. I don't know. He says, I know Tim Shieff never really visited the doctor, so that's the main thing. Without blood tests and looking at your nutritional panel, it's really hard to see exactly which nutrients you're kind of lower in. And the thing with B12 is actually when you're low in B12, it makes it so that your body doesn't have the same ability to absorb all of your nutrients. So even if you're eating all the nutrients that you need, if your B12 is not where it should be, your body will not be absorbing all the nutrients. There's actually other variables that will create that same effect in your body. So not only do you need to be eating all of the right things, but you got to make sure that, your gut flora, all this stuff is correct. So Tim Shieff, long story short, goes on a 30-day water fast. He planned on it only being a little short water fast, but he goes on a 30-day water fast, and by the end of it, his health problems just continue to get worse and worse to the point where he decides to eat animal products. And I can understand, because I've seen this before many times, especially with close friends in real life. It's only a matter of time before you see it with, big people. You're going to see it no matter where you go. You're going to see it with everybody. You basically get people that jump on the vegan diet and then for whatever reason they just jump back off. And I think what makes me disappointed about this whole thing is I've been thinking about this whole time, and the thing is he's getting a lot of hate on a lot of his videos, and I think that's really just pointless and unnecessary, because it's like sitting there saying all this stuff, it's not going to just change him to go back to what he wants to do. Ultimately, he decided to, incorporate back some animal products to see if it made him feel better. It made him feel better, so now he's stuck on it. The thing that upsets me is just, I feel like his attitude is so solidified in, I tried everything I can. Veganism will absolutely not work for me. I'm going to eat meat forever. I just feel like that's how his attitude is, and his attitude is much more, it's not just veganism. I'm having an issue with my health right now, and I ate some animal products and now I'm feeling better. So hopefully in the future, because I care about the earth and because I care about the animals, that's the thing with this whole ethics, with the whole company. I just thought he cared about it enough to where it's important. It's very important. I thought it was very important. But in reality, what was most important is his health and his performance, which is fine. But I think that's what has been made transparent through the whole thing. Is it's like the earth and the animals are not what is most important. It is definitely just his health and how he feels. And so for me, it's like a similar, I can kind of relate, because it's like my health is very important to me. But at the same time, the earth and the well-being of not torturing animals is also very important to me. And I think it's slightly more important. So if I was going through something to where I was having health issues, and even if I decided, hey, I'm going to eat some animal products again for a little bit to see how they make me feel, and even if they were making me feel better, I would say, hey, I broke the veganism. I broke the vegan diet right now because I ate some animal products. I'm trying to figure this all out. It made me feel better. But hopefully I'm going to figure out how to make the veganism work in the future. But for right now, I'm having some issues. Instead of just being so solidified in, well, I gave up, so now I'm never going to go back. It'll never work for me. It just doesn't work for some people. Solidified. Because this is not the case. Think about like working on a vehicle. If you've ever tried to fix your own vehicle, automotive work is some of the most frustrating shit ever. And you'll notice that when you're fixing something yourself, even if it's a computer or any piece of technology, or maybe it's not even technology, just fixing anything, you could try and fix something and it's not going your way for hours, days. And you reach a point where you want to rip your own head off. You want to fucking kill yourself because you're so frustrated. You start screaming and kicking shit and you say, you know what? I've tried every fucking way. Every fucking way I've tried to get this thing fixed and it will not work. It will not work. Someone comes up to you and says, well, maybe you just need to try this way. Have you tried it this way? And you just tell them, shut the fuck up. It won't work. I've tried everything. No matter what I do, I fucking tried. It will not work. I swear. It's just not going to work for some people. That's exactly the attitude you cannot have with the vegan diet if you're having some sort of issue, because if you had that way with the vehicle, guess what? You'd never get it fixed. Or the piece of technology, you'd never get it fixed. It'd stay broken forever. And guess what? Every time with the vehicle, you give up, you take some time off, you go back, you hit it the next day after some rethinking, or you let somebody else hit it with a different perspective, a different perception, hit it from a different angle, and boom, it's fixed. And all of a sudden, you're standing there mind blown. Like, what? I swear I tried every fucking thing. I tried every fucking thing. It did not work for me, I swear. It's like, I know. You thought and you felt like you tried everything. You just didn't know, and you weren't able to see that you just had to do this one little change, and then boom! All your problems fixed. Cars fixed. You know how many times I've been through that situation? You know how many times I've reached the point of such frustration where I have given up. I give up. I will argue till my death that I have tried every possible way to make something work, and it will not work. And then lo and behold, give it some time, give it some effort, and either somebody else or yourself will end up making it work. It's insane, guys. That's just how life works, okay? So that's all I wanted to say about this. All in all, it's just like, you just got to kind of let it go. You can't really get in the comments and get all triggered and be like, bro, blah, 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 blah. He's going to do what he's going to do. You know what I mean? It's disappointing. Yes, of course it's disappointing, because you look up to like a vegan superhero and you're like, yes, every time someone shit talks veganism, you're one of the people that I can bring up and show them and be like, look at this fucking badass and look what he's accomplished. And he's vegan. Compassion, ethics, you know what I mean? All this shit. But then it all gets let down, and you can't. It's like it's just disappointing. It's natural. So, moral of the story is, I just hope that he doesn't get too anti-vegan, because then that's just really gonna be sad. You know what I mean? Because it's like there's nothing wrong with veganism. It's amazing. It's fucking the best for the planet. It is the best for your nutrition, and it is the best for the animals' lives, if you think about it. So, that's all I gotta say about Tim Shieff. I'm not really that upset. It's just kind of like fucking just sent my brain through a loop. Like, oh, darn it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I hope maybe in the future he'll try it again. If not, it's like whatever. Is it the end of the world? The end of the world's inevitable. So I'll see you guys soon. This is Planet Hundo, and I'm out.